Good evening, good evening. So we just mentioned. My name's Nick, in case you forgot since we started drinking booze already. I'm John's older brother. We're 13 months apart. So growing up, we did pretty much everything together. We went to school together. We played on the same sports teams. We hung out with a lot of the same friends that are, majority of them are here today. Long story short, I've always felt like I've known my brother pretty well. And when I started to kind of organize my thoughts and think about what I wanted to say about the couple tonight and about my brother, I was thinking, you know what? Pretty much everyone who's going to be at the dinner tonight knows my brother pretty darn well. As long as it doesn't have to do with the Spurs, the Niners, or the Giants. Had to mention it. My brother's usually concerned with about three things. What is right, what is fair, and what the people he loves care about. What will make them happy. He's always been this way, and I think that's something that we can all agree on. Right? I remember the first time when John introduced me to Laura. We met up at a Buffalo Wild Wings when she came cross country to come and visit. And it's as we mentioned, it's been about 5 or 6 years, and I don't remember too much about the conversation, but what I do remember is the impression I was left with afterward. And I remember driving home and thinking, like, man, they seem like an old couple that's been together forever already. And it was the way they spoke to each other, their body language. It all fit right away. It was amazing. And also I have to mention that, it just brought me so much joy to see my brother find someone who shared a lot of the same ideals and loved him for who he was and appreciated for who he was. Up until that, the rest is history. Up until now, at least. But it hasn't been an easy road. A lot of us has mentioned there's a lot of trials and tribulations that have come up over the past few years, whether that's, like we mentioned, Laura moving cross country, or being there for me and my brother and the rest of our family when his health worsened. And that entailed a lot of stuff, and including stuff like driving us an hour to and from Redwood City to Concord and beyond, when me and John didn't have the energy or the brain power to do anything. And that's something that I'll always personally remember. Let's finish up here. Love you guys. I've seen you guys both grow, and I've seen the commitment that you guys have to each other grow as well. They say that everything happens for a reason, and I think that with everything that life's thrown at you recently, they've fully equipped you guys to handle anything that's to come. I love you guys very much, and I will always be there for you. And so if we could just raise our glasses, I will raise my glass soon after. To the new couple.
Ow! Hello, everybody. I'm Caitlin. I'm going to look at Laura so I don't get nervous. The other night, Laura and I were trying to remember how long we've been friends, and we think it's been about 34 or 35 years. So it's pretty safe to say that Laura is my oldest friend and one of my closest friends. I can remember playing on the playground together or hiding in the baptismal pool while our parents were working in the front of the church exchanging secrets. But then we got a little older and we faced some new challenges. Boys. Growing up in... You'll get this part. Growing up in a small town with literally only one hot guy who was in our youth group that everybody wanted, it made dating pretty terrible and highly unsuccessful for both of us. In the Bible, Paul talks about being called to stay single so that he can devote more time to the Lord. So in our middle school minds, Laura and I legitimately feared that God was calling us to lead the life of Paul. Every time we each had a failing relationship or walked through another year as a single woman, we'd call each other and say, "Life of Paul." In 2012, when I got married, I had the honor of having Laura preach at my wedding so that my dad, who's also a minister, could walk me down the aisle. I'm pretty sure Lara said something to the effect of, "You're getting married. I'm leading the life of Paul." And we laughed about it. But I think maybe in her most vulnerable moments at the time, Lara would have admitted that there was a realness to the fear of being single forever. Maybe we've all experienced that fear. But I always knew that one day we would all be here together witnessing Lara marrying the love of her life. She's my kindest friend. I'm trying not to cry. A person I seek out when I need to laugh, and also when I'm struggling and need someone who can meet me with empathy and love. I've always felt like Lara's heart was so big that there's no way that God wouldn't call her to share it with someone else one day. That's why I wasn't shocked at all when she called to tell me that she'd been talking to someone and she was thinking about moving to California. I was shocked, though, when she actually did move to California. I thought, okay, there's something different about this John guy. And sure enough, there was. So it's been a joy to witness Lara and John's relationship grow through the years. I call Lara a lot at night when I'm driving home from work. And many times she said things to me like, "John is the only person who truly understands me," or "John calms me." Or she's laughing so hard that she can't even get the words out to tell me about something hysterical that John did that made her laugh so hard. So when she called to tell me that she got engaged, I said to my sister Carly, and I quote, "I've never been so happy for a couple in America." And I feel that same way today as I stand here at your wedding. So great news, Lara. God didn't ask you to lead the life of Paul after all. Woo, woo, woo! I believe that God placed you and John together on purpose with his perfect timing. We are all so grateful to be here and celebrate your love. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate! I wish you both a lifetime of happiness. Cheers to Laura and John. I left it over there.
Let's hear it for Caitlin. You guys want to say something?
How y'all doing? So, we're just very happy to have you all here today to celebrate with us this occasion. Everybody here is here for a reason. It's because how much we love you and are happy to see you. These past few years, as you all know, have been pretty crazy. Like, just not being able to see each other very often, things like that. But to have you all here just warms my heart. I am really happy to have you all here today. And I'm happy to be married to the love of my life.
I just have one thing to say. Lucille the Seal is a national treasure. And go Giants!